Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. We are on Rolmaszowo, which is basically the farm on Rolmaz. We are doing our corn harvest. We haven't been to this map in a while. I've got some changes I need to show you. First of all, we are about halfway done with the first harvest. You can see here the corn's grown. We are at the third grow stage. That's when you harvest these corns. Oh, we had weeds on these fields. I didn't even realize that. Oh, well. I thought we killed most of those, but no, there's weeds 0% here. Okay, so we're good. I have changed around some of the equipment. I got rid of the cultivator and plow and replaced it with this. So we have an actual culti plow. And because of that, we needed a higher horsepower tractor. So I have sold the newer Zetter, which is worth a lot of money, and purchased a used high horsepower tractor. I ended up buying this Ursus. Has enough, just enough horsepower to pull that plow and cultivator. So this is our current form of powering the farm, and we needed it. It's definitely something that was needed. So let's go ahead, and I think we are full load on the back of our harvester. The one downside with this tractor is it does not have a very good turn radius, but it is what it is. I love the ground textures of the harvested corn on this map. That looks so cool. You'll also notice that I switched tippers over to a Kevernland tipper because I absolutely hated the tipper that I was using. It kept the harvester kept losing it. So it would never, the harvester would never be able to stay connected to the tipper. As far as dumping the silage, it would just kind of spray all over the place instead of going into the tipper where it's supposed to go. So I felt like we could, change tippers too. Plus, with the way the silage pens are set on this map, it's much easier if we have a back-end tipper because since they're only open on one end, that helps quite a bit. So. It up. So much easier than in real life, but so this is our new Ursus tractor, and it's a good tractor. It's interesting how long Ursus has been around and how many different models of tractors. In fact, if you go back into Farm Sim 15, we even had an in-game Ursus tractor. I don't know why they got rid of Ursus. Aside from maybe they just didn't want to reseal the deal, or maybe Ursus isn't making tractors anymore. I don't know, but I do miss seeing them in the game. So you can see here we have quite a bit of material. I'm curious to see how much money we make from this. It's going to take a while to scoop all this stuff out, but we'll have time. And it goes in over there, that gator bin. Oops. And we'll run slowly here and dump all this crap out. I would say we'll probably get at least another 5 or 6 trailer loads off these fields, so we're going to have quite a bit of chaff. And then we'll have to cover it up and let it start brewing overnight. I wish we had a front loader, man. We're really low on money, though. This, let's see, how's this going to work? Yeah, we're just going to have to shovel it in there. Unfortunately, there's no dump system or ramps or anything, so we're going to have to take a bucket load, pull it in. Eventually, if we make enough money, we'll buy a front loader that has a silage bucket on it. But I'm just interested to see how this farm does because it's silage only, so it'll be interesting to see how this operates. If we can actually make money or if it's going to be a bust. Hopefully, we'll make money. Go ahead and grab our harvester here. all the lights on. And this thing still gets lost sometimes, but it does much better with this tipper than it did the other one. Let's go and get it into action. And already it's lost. So what I do is I hire a worker, and then I fire the worker and I start it up again. So when that happens, that's all you got to do. So we're going to run some passes. So yeah, if you find that it stops spreading chaff, you just cut it and then start it over again. Stuck on the tree. Such a unique forage harvester. I'm not sure exactly. Well, I guess hey, it works, right? And it's an amazing 4 rows. I mean, that's pretty decent for such a small machine. So let's see here. Just run it down the row like that. That's the easiest way to do it. Russians oftentimes like to offset their stuff so that you have one side that you run down and you can always see what's like right in front of you so you can cut properly. And there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and keep doing this, and I'll catch up with you guys once we're done and we start compressing. Because we have, like I said, there's quite a bit of material still to collect off the fields. So I will get to you when I am done doing that. Oh, well. All right, I'm going to flatten this out. My wife's daughter's stealing all the sweeties. Emily's making trouble, and she's also making Corona masks. So what we do is we drive back and forth on this silage. For those of you that haven't done silage before, you drive back and forth. And you open up your F1 window, and that shows you how to do this. And it'll show you at the bottom there compacting. It's 57% compacted. I don't expect it to be 100% compacted right now. And there's a lot. There's 181,000 liters, and we've got more coming. So that's good news, because that's probably, I want to say like $60,000-$70,000. I mean, we'll have to see when we're done, but it should be a decent amount of money. Now, the downside is, because of the way that this works, it's going to be hard to sell it. But the market fluctuates, and by the time you're done, it's like worthless. But we'll try to, at some point, I'd like to buy conveyor belts so that we don't have to shovel it all in. But for now, we're going to have to shovel everything by hand. So, but I'm attempting right now to get this all flattened out so it's easier to pull in here and dump off the next tipper load, because it's starting to get really bumpy, so that makes the tractor get stuck on everything. So we'll clean this up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are finishing up the last row of corn this season. Well, it's not season, so this rotation. So we're going to have to do this, and then I got to, before the sun goes down, it's only, let's see, it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon, I need to compact all of the silage that we collected, and then I'm going to, once that's happened, we can let it, we're going to cover it up and let it ferment overnight. I would say by mid-afternoon tomorrow, it should be ready for us to start shoveling into the buckets. I've talked to the local owners of the site. Like, we own the land that it's on, but we talked to the people that own the silage pit, and they've agreed to let us use one of their front loaders. So we will not have to do that by hand, thankfully, with this tractor. And eventually, I'd like to get a set of conveyors for it, but they said we can use the front loader, so that will save us a lot of time and effort, at the plant while we're working there, so we don't have to spend weeks trying to get the stuff shoveled over into the furnace. The other nice thing is once we're done producing a couple rounds of silage, we'll be able to get some free fertilizer from the silage because the digestate gets created. So we'll have to get a slurry spreader, but we can get free slurry / digestate from the plant once we're done there. So let's go ahead and put this harvester away. We'll need to service and clean it. I'm going to put the pipe away. And service this truck and get it put away for the night. This thing is it's small, but it's still awkward because this is such a small farm. It's hard to fit it through all these gates and stuff between the trees. It's that front piece. It's so large. It's like half the size of the harvester again. Whoa. Ammonia belch. I don't know. Do I have... Oh, yeah, I do have a service area here. What's up, hon? Ah, was it the dog? The dog belched. I see. Well, can't do anything about that, can you? So let's go here. We're going to repair this. Yep. And let's take a look at our... I think I have the workshop tab. Yep. We're going to repair that. Yep. So I'm going to back it up a little bit now and wash it. Not too bad, about $25 in repairs altogether. That's not bad for a harvest. Looks nice and clean. Got that beautiful Fort Schritt blue. Brought to you by East Germany. Slowly back this thing in there. And once again, we have mowers that look a lot like this. They call them speed rowers here in America. I don't think we have silage harvesters that are this small. If they have small silage harvesters in the U.S., they're usually the pull-behind type that you have like... Oh, wait a minute. Are they as trailers? I think it's going to be under here, but we'll see. Nope. Maybe it's under the actual harvesters. Maybe I don't have any loaded. I might not have any loaded into this. I wanted to show you what they look like, but nope, we don't have them. They're basically they tie to the back of the tractor and run off to the side, and they chop corn and they put it into a little trailer. And but it's all driven from the tractor. It's not an actual forage harvester. And I would say 90% of the smaller farms around where I live are like that. They don't. I've only ever once in my entire life seen a forage harvester out in the field, like a big one, like a crone. It was a John Deere forage harvester that I saw, and it was working a field down by Columbus, Ohio. But I rarely ever see forage harvesters. They're almost always the side pull harvesters that go behind the tractor. And they have like a silage wagon. It's a covered wagon that has like some teeth that turn. And those teeth push the chaff into the wagon. And then it just sits in the wagon and ferments in there. They don't even bother doing this with it. So it's kind of an interesting process. It's different. And then a lot of times they'll feed the cows right out of those wagons. So we're going to back this in here. This is going to be the last load, and then we need to compress this. So tomorrow our chars are going to include, we're going to plow and basically redo that field out there and get it ready for another corn planting. But we need to plow it and cultivate it. Now the nice thing is we have that Kverneman plow cultivator, so it does both. I believe this wagon, it's a Farm Tech. It's also by Kverneman. I think Farm Tech stuff is made by Kverneman. Could be wrong about that, but I think it's the same company. So what we do is we're going to open our menu again, and I can see here we have 254,000 liters of chaff. That actually, I'm going to rough guesstimate about $50,000 to $60,000 maybe. which is great. I would say probably the one thing that I am going to do after this harvest, I would like to buy a second tipper for our forage harvester so I don't have to keep coming back every time we fill up a cart. I'd like to be able to actually do 2 carts at once. And I think with that forage harvester, theoretically you can pull 2 carts. I probably will do 1 cart and hitch to the other one and do the other cart and do them separately, because I don't, in real life, I don't think that harvester has enough horsepower to pull 2 trailers behind it. Actually, in real life, you wouldn't even be doing any trailers pulled behind you. Hire a worker to run one and then run a tractor alongside it with a cart to collect. So, let me just, because of the strange field shape, that's not really working for us. So, all right, so I'm going to continue to compress this. I'll come back to you guys once I'm done. It's probably going to take me another 10 minutes or so to get this all compressed out. You see it's about 1% every time I drive over the whole thing, so it takes a while. So I'll be back. All right, so we have finished our silo. We have finished with our flattening our chaff here, and I am going to go ahead and cover the silo. How old are you? All right, so Moni's busy making animal noises. Okay. At a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Okay, so we're off to the farm. She's telling me that I roll too much. Oops. All right, so we are going to deliver this back to the farm. And tomorrow morning we need to come out. Hold on. All right, so tomorrow morning we're going to come back out here and we are going to plow and cultivate this field using our Cultiplow, the actual real Cultiplow, but it is getting dark now, so we're going to go to bed for the night and pick this up tomorrow. Also, tomorrow at some point our silage should be ready to scoop and make some money. Now, my money is not correct. I got to fix that because I did some fund moving around and I screwed up. So this should be $6,249, not $1,000. But I'll fix that before we come back tomorrow, and we'll get that all taken care of. Wait a minute. I don't want to do this. We're going to pull in forwards. I'm actually going to park that trailer next to our silage harvester, because the only time we really use the trailer is when we're doing the harvest. So I don't remember. I think I do have to get seed from town. I don't remember. But oh yeah, we have that trailer in there. That's right. I got the thingy. I got the thingy for the thingy. Nice driving. Perfect. Right there. Yeah, exactly what I wanted to do. Yeah. All right, so we're going to park this here, and then I will catch you guys in the morning. My farmer is going to go to bed for the night as soon as he can. And then we are going to pick up tomorrow morning, and we will go ahead and start getting that field ready. And when it's time, we'll also go ahead and start shoveling in the silage and see exactly how much money we make. I don't know how it's going to work out financially, but we should make a decent amount of money. So I will see you guys in a couple minutes. All right, folks, I got a bit of a problem here. Yeah. No. I can't get traction. Really? I'm gonna have to see if bigger tires will help, or if I'm gonna have to. I don't know. This tractor's not working out. As soon as we get over the hump, I don't know. It is a two-wheel drive tractor. You can see the front wheels aren't pulling at all, and that's maybe part of the problem. But I'm spinning that back left tire. I'm not getting the traction I need to get this thing going. You can see that. That's the problem. I don't know. We'll have to try bigger wheels and see if that works, but this could be a big issue here for our farm. This should theoretically have enough horsepower easily to pull this, so I don't know what to do at this point. Nope, I don't want to do that. Not good. We'll try this. Hold on one second, folks. All right, so let's see here. I'm going to pop this on and customize, and let's see what we got. Unfortunately, this is probably going to... Wheel weights would help. That's it, huh? Wait a minute. Yeah. Oh, that's cute that it goes back. Okay, we got a front hydraulic. Trelleborg or Michelin? Wide tires plus weights. And so that's all that we have available to us. Let's see how that works. Hopefully that'll be enough to get us over the hump. Let's see what happens here. I'm not sure that's going to do anything, but these tires are a lot bigger. So if anything's going to help us with traction, that'll help. But this tractor just might not be heavy enough. I don't know what I'm going to do at that point. I'm going to have to lease something for this cycle. If not, we're going to have to go to like a Valtra or see what else I can find on the used market. But this was supposed to be able to do this, and it's obviously having some issues. So let's see what happens. I put my wheel into this rut right here. And here goes nothing. No, that did make a difference. Wow. Okay, so that's kind of cool. That's something that is... I've never really tested out for Farming Simulator 19, but it actually seems to make a difference. So having the wheel weights and the bigger tires has made a difference in our plowing. Now, I know I said it was going to be the night. I was going to wait till morning, but there's still a couple hours of daylight left, and I couldn't fast forward. I couldn't go to bed yet because it's still too early. We have to wait till after 1900. So that seems to have made a difference, and that's good news for us because I was like really kind of, I don't want to say panicked, but like, oh no, like my whole idea for purchasing this tractor and getting the bigger plow was to kind of speed this process up a little bit instead of having to do cultivating and plowing separately. And with corn, you have to cultivate, plow. So I was like, oh no, up you know what creek without a paddle. But nope, here we go. So we actually have the horsepower now and maybe a little extra height to help us with this plow. So that's good news. All right, now I'm capping off the field. Why do my lights keep turning off? What? I know I don't have access to this land. I'm not raised. Oh, it's down. Whoops. I'm plowing the neighbor's field. Oh, lordy. Crikey. And just trying to make some plowing inroads here so that I can make turnarounds easier with the forest here. And we're going to go down here. And so I'm going to go ahead and get this all taken care of, but we'll work until it's bedtime. And that'll be that. So off we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am in the process of seeding this field. I've got a tractor waiting at the shop. I thought I slept until 9 o'clock, but I actually slept until 7:40. So unfortunately, I'm running out of. I have enough seed, but I might run out of fertilizer. I'm on the second field, so I think I'll have enough to get done, but I'm not positive. We'll see. I have to do this whole field. But it only took like a half of a quarter, so an eighth of a tank, to do the other field. So I'm thinking that I might have enough fertilizer to get this whole field done. And then that'll be it for today. So hopefully in the next episode, we'll be able to sell our silage and see how much that's worth. I desperately need some income. But then again, we haven't had any income on this farm because we really have just been working towards our goal, which is having the silage in the bin. So everything so far has been selling and no profit. So I don't even know if I have enough money to buy a thing of fertilizer. I forget. I think a packet of fertilizer is what, $1,000 or maybe 1,500. So we're pretty close. But if worse comes to worse, I can always add some later. But I'm going to really try to get it all done. Now the hard thing is the one thing that's this game kind of simulates is that you don't overlap seeds. But you do still overlap fertilizers. You can see my fertilizer count is going down even though I haven't used any there. So it's a little frustrating. You have to watch and make sure you don't overlap too much because you do end up burning up fertilizer. But we have a quarter tank left of fertilizer, so I think we'll be able to get this whole field done. But we'll see. All right, so I'm going to keep working on this. Like I said, in the next episode, we will be hopefully getting the silage out and selling it. We have about $1,000 a night in expenses, so we need to get this corn. And one of the reasons why I'm doing this now is because I need to get the corn growing and turned around as fast as I can so we can put another load of silage in so that we can start selling that too. But once again, I'm pretty confident that 200,000 liters of silage will bring us at least $30,000 or $40,000 in income, but it might be more. Once again, I really haven't done silage in Farm Sim 19 aside from bales because it hasn't been nearly as profitable as it used to be, so I kind of stayed away from it. But now it's time to find out what it's really worth. So anyway, we have our Kverneland stuff and our Ursus stuff, and I'm pretty happy with the way this farm is turning out. And I think it's going to go well. So ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video tonight as we have returned to Rolmaszowo, and we are having fun on this very small farm. I'll let you know in the next episode if I was able to finish without fertilizer or not. But I think, once again, we're every 2 passes we're using about 2%. So I think there's a 30%. So we have about 30 passes worth of fertilizer left, and I think we'll do that in maybe 15 or 20, so we should be good, but we'll see. All right, guys, have a great night. Be sure to subscribe. Thumbs up always help, and we will see you next time on Rolmaszowo Farm. Bye.